Going to do the news?
Sure.
Do you want it to be brought to you by Frankel and Frankel,
Yes.
personal injury attorneys?
Yes.
214 or 817, then dial all threes. If you get in an accident, call Frankel and Frankel. They will fight the insurance companies for you.
Yes, I'm sensing a theme here, which is that have smarter people take care of the complicated stuff for you. That's why we enjoy these type of sponsors.
Yeah, their attorneys used to defend the insurance companies. They could use that extensive experience to advocate on your behalf. They're chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Based right here in Dallas.
That's important.
And, again, they're going to fight for your rights. They will get you what you deserve. And when you call Frankel and Frankel at 214-817 all threes, you'll speak to a partner, not just some spare like Blake or something. You're going to talk to somebody that you care about.
You're not going to get their Jack.
Mark or Scott Frankel or Gene Burkett. So remember Frankel and Frankel. We hope they hope you don't get in an accident. I'm not. It's like whatever, man.
I'm with them. I don't want you to either.
But if you do, I want you to know this number.
It wouldn't hurt us.
214 or 817-333-333.
Here's Jake with the Dumb Zone News.
All right, well, let's kick things off the way we like to here on the Dumb Zone News Desk. You're going to have to pull me up there, Blake.
Pull you off.
And now.
You don't get to make that call, pal. That's not your job.
You just shut off his audio?
Don't play that little dumb sounder.
Unmute it, or I will.
Do your little Special Olympics story because you're soft and you read comments and it gets to you
And
now.
the feel-good story of the day. Right here on the Dumb Zone News Desk.
Well, the doors of
Don't you do
Fort
that at
Worth
the end of the
Community
news?
Collaborative's new community closet opened over the weekend. That store is designed to meet the families' needs of families that are struggling to get affordable clothing.
Community closet, spelled with 2 Ks?
No, which is a good thing because this one's called Community Country Closet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Boy.
So I just wanted to let you guys know that moms are helping other moms over in the west side of Fort Worth at
I'll go help out
Presbyterian
those
Church.
moms, my friend.
A lot of waste out there, for clothing. What are you doing? You unplugging something? You trying to jam me up over here?
I'll help them moms
Oh,
in
he's
the
plugging
closet.
them. Everything's free.
5 minutes in the closet with a
Don't worry about
mom.
what I got going on over here.
You're messing me up.
What's the game? 5 minutes in the closet? 10 minutes in what's that? Remember that game? Huh?
7 minutes in heaven.
7 minutes?
We're being told.
With a mom in the Fort Worth community closet.
Again, they're giving away free clothes to families in need. No one in this story was maimed, murdered,
What else do you
molested,
have?
any of the sort of things.
Who died?
Well, I can tell you one individual who died. It's not a person, though. It's the saga of Peanut the Squirrel. This guy knows. You aware of Peanut, Dan?
The Dumb Zone presents Today in Twitter.
It was big on Twitter.
It was. It was. And I still don't totally understand it, but
I
apparently...
don't know if it's real or fake or whatever, but it's fun.
See, I was going to say that I know
fun
that it's
morning.
real because several politicians are weighing in on it, but that doesn't really mean anything anymore.
No.
But there was an Instagram account for Peanut the Squirrel, which had 692,000 followers.
Oh, how? Why?
Well, he did cute little fun stuff. He was the property of a couple in New York. They had their own OnlyFans page.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Peanut was not present in these OnlyFans videos. That was pure hetero fun.
I'm out.
They didn't play. They didn't hide an acorn.
There might have been another tier for that, but
Hide an acorn, see if he finds it.
no. This was straight up boyfriend, girlfriend. Look, he got a little hat. And here's a squirrel with a cowboy hat, folks. Look at him there.
Guy.
Look at the little Peanut with a hat. They were just having sex. They had a separate account where they have a squirrel, and the squirrel was very cute. Look at him. Well, Peanut, as of Friday, is no longer with us.
Snuff film?
Don't know if they capitalized on that or not.
Put on some high heels?
In an interview with Newsweek, and I don't know if this is his real name or his OnlyFans name, but 34-year-old Mark Longo
That sounds OnlyFans.
It sounds like OnlyFans, but it sounds like an OnlyFans give up. Like nothing creative. You're just like, oh yeah, my name's Dan Hardo.
Mine would be Dan Peanut.
All right, yeah. So he did an interview, Longo did, where he said that the wildlife officials in New York seized the squirrel, along with his friend Fred the raccoon, both of which were being kept in their residence illegally. It says there's a potential for human exposure to rabies. In addition, a person involved with the investigation was bitten by the squirrel. To test for rabies, both animals were euthanized. Unlike here in Texas, where they just leave it alive but cut its head off and send it to Austin.
Anna Kay.
Yeah. So somehow
this became political. Yeah.
No way. As
how did this get laid at the libs?
Because of government oversight, overreach, and regulation. I don't want you telling me.
I kind of think it's cool.
I don't want you telling me.
I don't need the guy in the apartment next to mine having a squirrel in there, do you?
You don't got to tell me what kind of stove to use, whether or not it can have windows. I don't want you installing these weak toilets and weak showers. I don't want you telling me who can and can't have sex with my wife, and I don't want you telling me I can't own a squirrel. All right?
What about banning porn? That's government.
We'll get to that one once my guys are in office fully, and then we'll work it out. So, yeah, yesterday, J.D. Vance at one of his rallies said that Trump was, quote, fired up about the death of the squirrel. He was like, it really is the case that the Democrats murdered the Elon Musk of squirrels. Vance said. Musk,
how does that make sense?
Who wouldn't sit this thing out, used his own social media platform yesterday to tweet, "Vote for Peanut, for liberty, for freedom." He also wrote in another post, "The government should not be allowed to barge into your house and kill your pet. That's messed up. Even if it is illegal to have a pet squirrel, which it shouldn't be, why kill Peanut instead of simply releasing him into the forest?" Boy, I'd love the scenario where Peanut flings open the saloon doors of the forest in that little cowboy hat, record stops, and all the other squirrels are like, "You ain't from around here, are you, Peanut?"
Or they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, it's Peanut from Instagram."
Yeah, he's famous.
Yeah.
What's Elon Musk like? Of course, jumping into the fray, we had prominent MAGA lights like MTG, as Marjorie Taylor Greene weighed in. Mike Collins, he said, "Trump's running against a socialistic, big government, control everything around you, woke regime. This thing's gotten so bad that they're killing the pets, they're killing the squirrels, they're killing the raccoons."
Well, they're not eating them anymore.
Man.
That's good.
Yeah.
I once had a dream that squirrels are domesticated. I had a pet squirrel myself.
I bet you could pull that off.
I don't know.
But it wouldn't be cool unless you had one of the only ones. Like, Peanut wasn't... It was cool because Peanut was unique.
It's like the lady yelling at me about the iPhone light.
Yeah, sort of.
That's why it's... Yeah.
I mean, in general, I don't know why we let them just cook like we do. They're just rats, but everybody
squirrels?
Everybody sees a rat and they freak out and like, we got to kill that thing or get it out of here with a squirrel.
It's because they don't infest our house.
They can.
They can, and when they do,
it's a real problem.
We go ahead and kill them.
Yeah, I guess
nobody's
that's true.
upset about that. You're allowed to kill it if it's yourself. If the government's doing it, then no.
Well, R.I.P. to Peanut and stuff.
And that was today in Twitter.
No, it wasn't. That was part of news. That was does business as today in Twitter. That's a business term I learned.
TBA.
Sad situation here for, I guess, somewhat of a local legend.
Wait, did we do an MBR?
No.
Tomorrow?
We couldn't do it Friday. We had OBS.
Dan wants the mic.
And picks.
Dan.
Oh,
Dan has
calling
something.
I want an MBR. I love MBRs.
That's
Sorry.
why I wanted the mic on.
You got more work to do, bud.
Sorry. You got
You want it tomorrow?
long couple days.
Yeah.
Are we doing it tomorrow?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Forgot about it. It's November, guys.
So, one of my favorite restaurants, if you took like a zoom out my whole life and you just said, where were you
Pizza
the
Hut.
most happy to eat? It'd be up there. Not my favorite restaurant right now, but if the longest period of time where I got the most enjoyment, absolutely TGI Fridays. And the Dallas-based company has filed for Chapter 11
No.
bankruptcy in the
Wow.
Northern District of Texas.
That's what started Flair, right?
Yeah. They are beginning a, quote, restructuring process to ensure the long-term viability of the brand.
What happened?
Well, they started offering half-price apps. I was going to catch up at some point.
What went wrong, though?
Well, I mean,
Because I have my theories about, like, Macaroni Grill.
go on.
Please.
I'm sorry, Dan wanted the mic
Just
again.
leave it for
now,
me.
apparently
So
Dan
sorry.
is like, oh, go ahead. You said,
What's up? God, this is awful. All right, go ahead. Sorry. Macaroni Grill.
I thought you just had a comment, Dan. Now we're offering you the forum.
I really want to hear what your macaroni point grill is because I perked up like Jake did because this is about to be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not that awesome. It's just that I used to go there every week with daughter 2.
Mm-hmm. You get to draw on the
Loved drawing on the thing.
tablecloth crayon.
Loved the bread and the dipping it in the thing.
Oh, I felt like an Italian, a real. You give a little oil, a little spice.
This is my family's birthday dinner night.
Oh,
place. Oh yeah.
TGI Fridays for us was
It was huge.
yes.
And then it just, over time, though, I am very, because I am a man of routine, we get the same thing every time, and all of a sudden they switched, and wait, portions are a little smaller here. Wait, the free ice cream for the kid is now 79 cents. All right, I'll pay for it, whatever. And it's smaller? Huh, that's weird. And then just everything over time, it changed. It just they kept chipping away, and I noticed it. And I'll bet obviously people did as well. People stopped going there. And then certainly somewhere, some CEO they blamed something else. The same CEO that actually saved, by charging for the kids' ice cream now, they made $5 million across the nation or whatever it is. But they also turned, enough people off that it just didn't all balance out. It was just a bad product in the end. And I wonder if,
I think,
TGI Fridays was probably similar.
yeah, and you've seen this all over, right? Like Red Lobster. And by the way, TGI Fridays are not all closing right away, but you know how this goes. But my theory that I don't really, I'm sure someone has collated this and put it all together, but I just think in general, like if you lived in a big city, there was always non-chain great options. But now they have those in the suburbs. So used to, if you wanted like, hey, this is a Dallas restaurant or a Fort Worth restaurant that serves whatever, you didn't have that in North Richland Hills or Wiley or Bedford. But now food is so much better everywhere, which I truly believe, everywhere, that TGI Fridays and even Chili's, it starts to fall behind a little bit, I feel like. And so your Red Lobster, Buca de Beppo filed for bankruptcy. TGI Fridays, to me when I was a kid, and we were not like poor, TGI Fridays to me was the nicest restaurant in town. And now it's like, I'd go there, but we don't. There are other places of similar cost that aren't chains that are better. But when I was a kid, this was like, oh, damn, they must have had a good sales month. And we would go a lot.
Because y'all got the ribs.
Oh, dude, when they started, let me tell you something.
Not cheap and good.
This is going to sound a little more sad given where I was for a month, but when they introduced the Jack Daniels menu where you could get chicken strips or ribs coated in a barbecue sauce that we were being told something was somehow related to whiskey, I was like, yeah, I'm a grown-up now. I might as well have a cigar.
The guys at headquarters were so stoked that bit worked so well.
Oh, my
We're
God.
gonna put booze without booze on our meats.
And because you could put the Jack Daniel's logo on there,
Oh, yeah.
you're like, oh, this is high living right here.
Remember the beer can chicken at Bone Daddy's?
Oh yeah, yeah. If you're getting away with something.
No, you're absolutely right. I think just like the bit has worn out.
Yeah,
Just
the
with,
bit
like,
is worn
Macaroni
out.
Grill, and then the Red Lobsters too. Like they closed 150 of them, but they're not all going to close because they give away too much free shrimp.
Yeah, and that's also
bullshit. Yeah, I read a story about that. That's a convenient
Oh.
scapegoat, but
It wasn't the cheddar
They're
biscuits?
blaming shrimp, and that's not true.
that is actually not true. Yeah, just more disparaging shrimp, and I won't have it.
I won't eat it.
But yeah, we this was like it was a celebration place. It always felt kind of like I was getting away with something too because it was more adult than Chili's. It was like TGI Fridays is where, at 12 I would go with my parents when I was in 7th grade and get a Shirley Temple.
It's a place
like,
to
I
party.
can knock a couple back in here. Waitresses
party.
always seemed hotter.
Steak and ale was ours.
Steak and Ale felt like that's like a white, what do you call it? White tablecloth dining. I don't know. It was,
Black tie event.
yeah,
It was dark in there, but
Yeah.
then we could go to
That's a
the
rehearsal dinner place.
yeah.
we could go to the salad bar and get everything but lettuce. And covered in ranch and call it your salad. It was great.
Where do people go eat now? Like, do families even do that?
I was just thinking while you were talking that I don't know if do people go out to eat anymore?
Because of like
they do. Their
DoorDash?
restaurants are always packed.
I mean, we usually go to eat on Friday at 5:30, so we can be there with only old people. But we stick to a pretty tight rotation.
Dude, old people eating is so great,
It's the best.
which I learned when I had little babies, little kids. Like, that's all who's out there is parents of little babies and the olds. And they all mix together because the olds love to see the babies.
Oh my God! The first time I noticed this, I'm pretty sure I told you guys about this, but it's a place we go to quite a bit, Baja, up there, kind of by Eatsy's. And on Friday, about 5:30. Now you're gonna have the happy hour crowd a little bit, but for the most part, it's old people and parents of children. And we took Nora there when she was maybe like 6 months. The first time we did this with kids, and now we go all the time. There was a table of old women right next to us. And one of them, like her back of her chair was it was facing the back of Nora's chair. So when we sat down, she kind of craned her neck around. All of them were looking at Nora, and they're like, she's so sweet, she's so cute. And then probably like 15 minutes in, the lady turned back around again, and I swear to God, dude, she goes, they smell so good at that age.
Oh, my God. Like a car.
Yeah, like in that moment, I understood the like fairy tales about old women stealing babies and stuff. Like, yeah, I guess she does. Just settle down over there.
Smells kind of like poop.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. You do put like baby powder on them, and they're
yeah.
fresh humans.
Yeah.
They don't smell like debt and regret yet.
Pure.
Yeah, just pure. Anyways, shout out to the mozzarella sticks.
No tattoos. They're just thinking about their kid,
Yeah, where it went wrong.
their little waste of a kid. Yeah,
That's what most people are thinking about
yeah.
when they think of their kids. Hell, mine, Nora's only 5, and I'm like, man, so many mistakes.
Yeah, I can't wait to do it again. I'll get it all right next time
I'm excited for your next batch of kids.
with my new young wife.
Oh, dude, that would be so great in so many ways.
Second chances.
He'd stop bitching at us about, like, you guys aren't doing enough for the show. He's just getting run ragged over here. Although he's at the spot, well, not now, but maybe if he had done it 2 years ago, where he'd have, like, the sweet setup where he doesn't really have to do anything.
Oh,
Like,
I
he
was
has
just
hot
thinking-
wife, young wife, and hot young nanny babysitter. Just keeps it all perfect for him.
But what if in this
Not now, though, bucko.
No, we're too busy now.
And broke.
That's what I was gonna say. He can't afford the night nurse. What's he gonna do? He's gonna have to get up.
He's
Yeah, I'm not
actually
gonna do that.
he's actually thinking right now about what it would be like to be a dad again at this age. I can tell.
No, I think it'd be great. I loved
It is great.
little kids, man. It was awesome.
It's a fun time right now.
And all the banging I'd be doing to their young hot mom.
All right, that's
It's getting real.
Is Belichick snipped, or is he going to knock up that
Ooh,
25-year-old?
It'd be very funny if Steve Belichick,
My
at the
leader.
age of- yeah,
Like, he is my leader for sure.
he has to sit at the table with.
Like, what is he, like 70-something?
72? Yeah.
I got plenty of time.
I
I don't even know if my next wife's been born yet.
Oh my god! I already did the deal that ends the news.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Do I got to do this?
The Dumb Zone News. Like and subscribe.